Parenting these days is overwhelming. Hey, do either of you know my son? He forgot his lunch. Really? Teenagers. Kids, career, former co-stars who text all the time.
Oh, that would be me.
Ty, we are literally sitting next to each other.
Julie and I are both real-life parents of teens, so yeah, I do reach out now and then.
Every day?
Maybe every day, with questions.
Really important ones, like, what is aura and do I have it?
Or, why does my daughter keep calling me bruh?
But when Ty texted me, and I quote, "Is meningitis a city in Greece?" I thought this was something we should take seriously because honestly, I wasn't 100% sure what meningitis was either.
See?
But I think it's something teens can be vaccinated for.
Oh, well, if there's vaccines for it, I know my kids are vaccinated. I'm certain. I'm fairly certain. I think they are. I'm going to text my real wife.
So I called my friend, Dr. Rebecca Hall. She offered to jump on a call with me and Ty.
Ooh, look, it's a raccoon filter.
But I thought some of us might learn more from a hands-on approach. So Dr. Hall offered to take us on a meningitis educational tour.
We're going to Greece.
We asked our real kids to join us on the tour. Not surprisingly, they said no.
So instead, we hired a teen actor to be our kid for the day.
My name is Sam.
Not today, it isn't.
So, meningococcal disease, known as meningitis, is an uncommon but serious illness that can cause permanent complications or even death, sometimes within 24 hours. Among teens and young adults, 16 to 23-year-olds have the highest rates of meningococcal disease.
Because they're always on their phones?
No.
You sure?
Yes. Frequent phone use is not a risk factor for meningitis.
Okay, well, good to know. Get off your phone.
The bacteria that causes meningitis can be spread through saliva and respiratory secretions.
Ew.
Grow up.
Living in close quarters like dorms, shared apartments, and military housing can put teens and young adults at an increased risk for sharing the bacteria that can cause meningitis.
And if you get it, it can be very serious.
Who's this?
Obviously, it's your new roommate.
Why is my roommate in his 40s? Wait, you're leaving me here?
This is my friend John.
While meningitis is rare, it is real. I contracted it when I was a sophomore in college. What started as flu-like symptoms quickly progressed. I was rushed to the ER unconscious and placed in a medically induced coma. When I woke up 8 days later, I was left with permanent visual impairment and neurological damage.
Wow, you have been through so much.
Yeah, and the upside is that now I can share my story and empower parents with the information they need to ask the right questions.
Making good out of bad. That's exactly the kind of thing I try to teach this guy.
We just met 2 hours ago.
Play along, kid. The dorm tour was just the beginning. It turns out teens are doing all sorts of risky things like kissing, sharing food, drinks, utensils, and things teens do when they're being teens.
You know what that all sounds like to me? That sounds like a party!
Fake kid got us into a party.
Ooh, that girl's checking you out. I could be your wingman.
What's a wingman?
Where did we get this kid?
As you can see, there's all sorts of behaviors going on at a party like this that risk spreading the bacteria that can cause meningitis. Sharing food, drinks.
Faces?
Exactly.
Oh, kid, you better be careful. Where did he go?
Oh, he's making friends. I'm so proud of him.
He's growing up so fast. No sharing cups, mister? Or faces?
Yeah, we partied pretty hard.
We stayed for 10 minutes.
Which is good because we had one more stop on our meningitinerary.
Nice.
The gym? But this is where healthy people hang out.
That's true, but even though it's an uncommon disease, healthy teens can be at risk for contracting meningitis too.
I actually belong to this place.
Oh, then you probably know Jamie. She works out here all the time.
I don't think I've seen you here before.
Didn't say I come here. I said I belong.
Jamie is another disease survivor, and she's also a gold medalist.
Cycling?
Adaptive cycling. 1 out of 5 meningitis survivors will have long-term consequences. They have brain damage, hearing loss, and in my case, limb amputations.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm one of the lucky ones. And despite medical treatment, about 10 to 15% of people that get meningitis don't survive.
Am I vaccinated?
I don't know. I'm not your real mom.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Parents may not even know if their teens are vaccinated, or they assume they already are.
Assuming everything's okay was kind of my entire parenting strategy. The whole tour was certainly eye-opening.
And even better, Jamie introduced us to her mom, Patsy, who brought us here.
The most important place on the tour.
That's right. This is where we can take education and turn it into action. Though there's no guarantee vaccination will protect everyone, parents can talk to their teen's doctor about the vaccines available to help protect against meningitis.
Well, I got a text from my real wife. No offense.
None taken. Trust me.
She says that our daughter, she says she's not sure if our girls have been vaccinated against meningitis either.
Ooh, exactly. And there are different types of meningitis vaccines. Even if your teen was vaccinated against meningitis groups A, C, W, and Y in the past, they could be missing vaccination to help protect against meningitis B. Start the conversation with your teen's doctor to understand if they're missing any vaccinations, including follow-up doses recommended to complete the series.
As a mom, I was always on top of my kids' health. Then I got the call that every parent hopes they never receive. Jamie and I share our story so that other parents will have the knowledge that I wish I had back then.
Well, now that we know what we didn't know that we now know, we are going to take action because our kids are everything to us.
That's right. All we want is to give these annoying creatures as much love as we can.
I know I don't always say it, but it really means a lot that you guys would take the time to educate yourselves about meningitis. I know you have a lot to worry about, and I'm really touched.
And
Oh. I love you, Mom and Dad.
oh.
We love you too, fake kid.
So remember, talk to your teen's doctor about the risks of meningitis and about vaccination.
And to learn more, visit asktobesure.com.
Mykonos! It's the city in Greece.
Ah,
Or is that something we need to ask the doctor about too?